HUM115, welcome to another module in our course. In Module 7, we are going to continue to consider the different types of information that we've encountered and consider how we can continue to evaluate and analyze information. With the rise of digital media pounding us each and every day, we know that we're going to encounter vast amount of information, and we need a filter to sort through truth from fallacy. But how do we know what's reliable, what's fake news? It's challenging, and we know statistically that many of us right now today are struggling with this. Both old and young have trouble distinguishing what is truth in our media. In this module, we're going to explore the CRAP or the CRAP-O test, depending on which acronym you like to use, and we are going to consider this as our most powerful tool of looking at information to help us evaluate the credibility of an information source. It's going to be a lens that we want to view all media through moving forward. And in fact, it doesn't just have to be media. It can be really any information source. I think you all are really going to like this module because the information contained inside of our learning module is so applicable to your everyday life, both your personal, your professional, and your academic life. I want you to begin this module by checking out the overview brainstorm web, where you just consider how many different sources of information you encounter every day. Please drop your thoughts, your encounters into that class brainstorm web. Then I want to make sure that I'm really clear with what I mean when I say fake news in this module. Fake news can be a bit of a cliche, can it? Remember that when I say fake news in this module, I'm referring to any kind of misinformation or disinformation that's presented as credible news. It can be news that is delivered to manipulate public opinion or spread rumors, or it can simply be news that has been delivered in a way that will sway emotion or thought. As we learned about last week, we can intentionally use some tools to impact the viewer. All of these will be considered fake news, but the big question is, how do we tell the difference between what's truth and what's fake news? We learned in the last interactive that we can utilize a tool called the CRAP or the CRAP-O test to evaluate certain criteria in an information source. This was the CRAP or the CRAP-O test. I know, funny name, but really useful and powerful tool if you'll remember this acronym. Let's review what the CRAP-O test stands for. The C is talking about the currency of the material. The source is updated, or is it 20 years old? R stands for relevance. Does the information directly connect to what information you need? A is authority. Was the source written by somebody who is credible in the field? P stands for purpose. What's the reason that this source was created? Is it to sell you something, or is it to truly inform you? Is there a bias or hidden agendas? The other P stands for the publication. How was this information published? Who paid for it to be published? Remember, again, untrustworthy platforms or platforms that seek to make money may publish things that we should be aware of. Last is the O. If you're using this, the O stands for objective or objectivity. We want to make sure that we are considering the balanced view. Does this publisher or does this source present balanced views, or do they tend to be more one-sided? That's something we should be cautious of. Again, these are just criteria that are going to help you to evaluate any kind of information source. I hope by the end of this module, you feel empowered to be a bit more of a discerning consumer of information. Whether you're headed to the library to dig into scholarly content, or you're just scrolling through Instagram, I want you to be able to spot fake news and discern what trustworthy, credible sources look like in our daily interactions with different kinds of media. So stay tuned for all that Module 7 has in store for you. I hope you'll enjoy diving deeper into analyzing and evaluating sources. And if there is anything I can do to support you as you complete the module, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a wonderful learning week, everyone. Take care.